I need you to stop and ask yourself these questions before you launch that business idea that you're thinking about. Because starting the wrong business would not only cost you money, it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you your peace, and it may even cost you your job. And you don't want any of that. I learned that the hard way, and I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes that I did. Hence the reason why I'm making this video for you. Now, these are the questions that you need to ask yourself before you pick that idea. The first thing is your employment status. Are you full-time? Or are you part-time? This is extremely important because that allows you to pick the idea that complements the schedule that you already have. If you have a full-time job that is packed, you need to figure out, like, would my business allow me to work during the weekends? Would it allow for me to work in the evenings? For example, when I launched my very first business over 10 years ago, I launched a shuttle business. This is a shuttle service that works during the day. So same time as my working hours. And so when things will go wrong in the business, I could not attend to it because I was at work. I didn't have time to resolve the issue. And so maybe when one driver did not show up to pick up the passengers and they were buzzing my phone, I could not pick up. And these things led to the failure of that first business. So it's very important to understand the kind of employment status that you have. How is that going to conflict with the type of business that you're starting, or how is that going to complement your business? It's extremely important. Now, if you have a part-time, schedule, then things become slightly easier because you know your fixed hours for working, and then you understand the kind of hours that you could dedicate to your side hustles. And even if you have a full-time employment, it's also very important for you to understand your schedule. Some people have, jam-packed schedules where they can't even use their phone during working hours. They can't, receive a text message, while others might not have such a busy schedule that still allows them to make maybe calls during their break time, or allows them to exchange text messages with maybe people that they are working with. You need to understand all of that. Don't just go starting a business just because you think you can, or just because you heard that there's money to be made. You have to understand that for every business to be successful, it needs your time. Some of it requires your money. And if you can't dedicate your time, do you have the money to afford someone who can dedicate their time to it? These are the things that you need to consider, and it's extremely important because it determines the success of your business. Now, the second question you want to think about is the time commitment. So many times we start a business and we don't put into consideration the time that is required for us to put in the work. So many businesses are going to require your time. So you have to ask yourself, do I have enough time to be able to commit to this type of business? Based on my employment status, how many hours, can I still work after my work without losing myself and still keeping things a bit balanced? Now, obviously, when you kick off your business, you're going to have to, dedicate a lot more time. But there's some business that for the rest of the life, you have to dedicate so much time. So you want to figure out, this business that I am starting, what is the time commitment that is required? There were certain times that I used to work up to midnight almost every day, but it wasn't forever. I did that probably for like a month or two when I was launching one of my businesses. And I knew that that was the only time that I was ever going to commit that much. And then once that business actually launched, because I was going to employ people, then I could, sit back and be able to regain some of my time. So it's important for you to understand what your own schedule looks like. How much can you commit to it based on what is already going on for you, or what is going to give in order for you to be able to dedicate the time that is required for your type of business. And you need to understand and put all of this into consideration when you're deciding the idea that you want to launch. Now, the next question you want to ask yourself is this: do I want a product-based business, or do I want a service-based business? Because these two types of businesses require two different things from you. A product-based business will require inventory, logistics, and whatnot. For example, my first business was a shuttle service business. I needed to have a car. I needed to, be in charge of logistics. I was a lot of things, and it took so much of my time. I needed to hire, I needed to get registration, licensing. There were so many things that were involved, and people's daily schedule was also involved. And it was so, time intensive that there were times where, my driver will be unavailable and there's already a schedule. Guess what? I would have to get up and go make that drive. And after a while, I was like, I can't keep doing this. This is not what I signed up for. I wanted to have a business that will make life easier for me, but this business is actually stressing me out. And so quickly I knew that you are in the wrong business. Even if, maybe in the future I want to go back into a transportation service business, now I understand exactly what I need to do to make it, successful. But that being my first business, it was a no-go area because it required me to be available in case any of my drivers messed up. It required my time in case maybe something happened. They needed to change the schedule, and I didn't have enough staff to kind of help out. So because I didn't even have enough money, I was like a lot of things in that business. And yes, I had a full-time job. And obviously, because my full-time job was paying me more than that business, I had to prioritize my full-time job. Otherwise, I could lose it, right? And so making all of those, decisions every day was crippling my business because I was not in the right frame mind. I was not in the right space in my life to launch that type of business. And so when I look back, at that point in time in my life, launching a service-based business would have been much better because that was what I actually did in my second business when I launched my coaching business, because then it was more flexible. It suited really well with my full-time schedule. I could coach people in the evenings. I could pick, weekend hours, and I could just dictate my hours as opposed to the shuttle service where it was the people that dictated the time that they wanted to be picked up or dropped off. These things are very important. So you need to understand, as you go through your idea, do I want a product-based business? Am I, at a point in my life that I can actually and successfully launch a product-based business? Or am I at a point where a service-based business works just fine because then I can control the timing, control that schedule, and make money based on my availability and not the other way around? Another important question you want to ask yourself is this: does this business need my physical presence? Because it's important. If you have a full-time job, it's very important that you're thinking about this, because if it needs your physical presence, what time would you be available? And what time would you not be available? These are things that you need to consider. It's very important because these things are the things that actually break businesses. At the end of the day, when you remove all of these variables, a business in itself is very simple. You're providing value to those that need it. But so many things could prevent us from providing that exact value that our customers need. And things like you being available when needed versus not being available could actually cripple your business. So you want to understand, this business that I'm thinking about, does it need my physical presence, or could I hire somebody to do that job for me while I'm work? Now, another important factor is, what is the earning potential of that business? This is something that sometimes we don't think it through. We hear that an idea makes money, but we don't do the math to understand how much money. And then based on my lifestyle, does that money make sense to me? Because even when I launched my very first business, which was the Lion Shuttle service, one of the things that I quickly found out was the fact that the type of money that that business was bringing in was peanuts. That's not the kind of money that I actually need. And I found out after the fact, right? Because I didn't do a thorough research. I found out that, there was no market demand. I probably might have spoken about this in, my other videos before. I didn't do a proper market research to understand the demand. And so even the demand for that service was low. And so it was not bringing in the kind of money that could actually even sustain my lifestyle. So at the end of the day, on top of the low earning potential, I then had to stress myself. Drivers would mess up more than often. And then I had to step in the game, make all of this stops. And it was draining me physically, emotionally, that at the end of the year, I had to just, close this business and call it a wrap. So it's very important that before you start that business, you want to find out, what's the earning potential? What's the demand for this business idea I'm trying to launch? Would he even cater to me? Would he help me, push me further in my financial freedom journey? Or is it going to be a distraction? We don't want to start a business for the sake of having a business, right? We want to have a business because we're trying to substitute our paycheck. We want to build, our finances in such a way that we are in control. And so while we're making that decision, we need to be sure that we're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. And we don't want to waste time and money and, starve ourselves of, all of the entertainment and, hurt ourselves at the expense of peanuts. So it's very important that you take your time to do your market research, understand how much is there, for me to make, how much is available for me to make, what is the pool like, how big is that pool, because that would help you decide if you want to actually even touch that business at this point in time or not. Now, another question that is important for you to answer is how much money do I need to start and run this business? There are different types of business. Some require capital, others don't. And I've tried it all. Right now, I have a portfolio of 5 businesses. I've done service-based business. I've done product-based business. I've done skill-based business. I've literally done it all. And I know the different things require different things. So for example, with my very first business, the shuttle service, I needed to, buy myself a van. I needed to do all of those registrations. I needed to be able to maintain the car on a day-to-day basis. Another business that I went into, which was real estate, I needed to be able to have down payments, be able to buy the real estate property for the rental business. Another business that I started, which was coaching, I didn't need so much money because it required my skill, and that was a skill I already had. So all I needed to do was basically, come up on social, start creating content, connecting with my audience, and I launched my coaching business. I really did not need money. It just took my time. So you need to also check yourself at this time. How much money does this business need? Do I have the finances to be able to fund this business? If you don't, then maybe you want to choose or pick a business that is skill-based. And so it's a business and a skill that you already have, and all you have to trade will then be your time. Most times, these are the kind of businesses that are easy for us to start as working professionals. But it's very important that you actually calculate how much you need to run off and start that business and how much you need to maintain that business. Because sometimes you're not going to make profit from day one. You might not even make sale on day one. So if you're not, putting all of those things into consideration, what's going to happen when revenue is not coming in? How are you going to sustain that business in the meantime? These are things that makes business fail. And it's important that you answer these questions before you launch that business idea. Now, another important question is this: will this business even fit my lifestyle in the next 1 to 3 years? And I think this is very important because I learned a lot from my very first business, because I learned that, that kind of business was never suitable for me. I was running it in a location that, I stayed in that location during my master's program. After my master's program, I actually even left that location. So at the end of the day, so many things were not in favor of that business. If I had answered all of these questions over 10 years ago, I would not have stressed myself to actually launch that business, because I knew that I was going to leave that city. That city was a very small city. I wanted to go to a much bigger city that had more opportunities. That city had a very low market demand. There were so many things. And so I knew that it didn't fit my lifestyle. It wasn't going to bring me the kind of money that I needed. But I still invested all of this time, energy, peace. At one point, I was so stressed that I worked that they would even be asking me what was wrong. Because sometimes I'll pick some late night shift, I'll get on very late, I'll be so tired. By the time I go to work tomorrow, I'm drained. And so it almost cost me my job. But lucky, luckily, I was able to just really put myself back into reality, and then I just kind of stopped that business and eventually, folded it up. So these are things that you want to ask yourself, because these things can actually help you decide the right business to start. Now, I know for some of you who, you're considering starting a business, these questions might actually scare you, but please don't be scared, because the intention is not to scare you. It's actually to prepare you so that you have a higher chance of success. Now, I mentioned in my last video that if you're thinking of launching a business idea and you don't know where to start from, I am launching a bootcamp called Clarity to Cash Bootcamp, where at the end of our 7 days bootcamp, you're able to understand and know exactly the type of idea to launch. And these are some of the questions that we're going to deep dive into to understand even better what kind of business fits you at the current stage of your life. So if this sounds like a great idea and you want to be a part of this community, drop it in the comments below, reach out to me so that I can enroll you in this program and we can be on our journey for financial freedom. I hope today's video was super helpful and it draws you closer in terms of the right business for you to launch as a working professional. If you ever have any questions, make sure you drop your questions in the comments and I will come back and answer them. Thank you very much for spending another time with me. It's always a pleasure. I remain Yinka Okulade, and I'll see you same time next week. Bye, guys.